Oh hey, so there's a couple of tech that were released this year, and I was thinking, hey, you know what? Why not just make a video of the tech that we like? So I invite a couple of my friends to join in this video. So yeah, let's start this videos, and let's start with the first person, and there you go.
I'm Yeoh from Euri Tech, and since my savings for an M2 MacBook Air were plunged, I can still say it's my favorite tech product that was released this year. Why? This basically gives out the best of both worlds, a high-end fanless performance, plus a relatively similar design to the 14-inch MacBook Pro with MagSafe. But Euri, its base SSD speeds are horrible, plus the throttling, and it would be better going for the 14-inch MacBook Pro or the M1 MacBook Air at that point, since better value. Sure, but my friend who owns the M2 MacBook Air said that the throttling issue has been fixed since Ventura, and again, its performance has still been great ever since. And sure, it would be if you're going for a configuration that is near to it. In other words, this MacBook is basically for those who has the money to have the latest entry-level Mac and wants their Mac to last a bit longer in the long term. In my case, I was going to get the base processor and not get the base RAM and storage, making it not close to a $2,000 price tag.
Hey guys, I am Daniel, and I'm going to be talking about my favorite piece of tech from 2022. I use a lot of different tech devices in my everyday life, spanning from my Apple Watch, my iPad, my computers, phones, and a lot of other accessories. I think my favorite device I used is my MacBook Pro 16-inch from 2021. I originally bought an M1 MacBook Air, which was great for everyday use, but I started to push it harder, having Docker containers always running and lots of code windows open for my platform interrupts. I ended up replacing that with a base 16-inch with 1TB SSD. I used the computer for all sorts of developments for my different projects, and it can handle all of it without any problem. Not to mention, the battery basically lasts forever. Every small problem I had with my MacBook Air was solved with this MacBook Pro. I ended up even replacing my desktop PC for this laptop, which I never thought I could have done in my life. You can tell right away that designed with a throwback to the first generation MacBook Pro. This design prioritizes utility over thinness, and it always runs cool. The SDR display and the speakers paired together, they make sure any content will sound and look beautiful the way it's meant to. I would not recommend this computer for the average person. This computer is for power users who want to invest in their equipment. I hope you enjoyed this segment of the video, and thank you Evan for letting me be in this video.
There's not enough space here. Alright, so I'm the last person who have to say all the stuff that I need to say. So let's get started. Okay, so my favorite tech of 2022, probably the iPhone 14. Well, for me it's not a worth upgrade because I'm coming from a 13 Pro Max. The only upgrade I would notice is probably the 48 megapixel main camera. The action mode when you're recording and it's very shaky. The higher nits on the brightness, 2000 nits on the iPhone 14 Pro if you're outdoor, and maybe crash detection since I'm about to getting my license in few months, and also the space click. Oh my god, it just looks good. So I plan to wait for another 2 years at least before I plan to upgrade to whatever phones that's gonna be out in another next 2 years. Also, I'm going to replace the battery of my 13 Pro Max in late 2023 because right now it's 87%. Next up, the AirPods 2nd generation. Well, maybe it's a worth upgrade if this AirPods like really old, but since my AirPods is only a year old, it's not gonna be worth it. If I'm upgrading from this to the 2nd gen, all I would notice is the battery life, the new driver for better audio quality and richer bass, and the case has built-in speaker which you use for Find My. And speaking about Find My, now you can use position finding since the AirPods Pro 2nd Gen has the U1 chip. And lastly, this is more like an extra feature. Now you can use the Apple Watch charger to charge the 2nd Gen AirPods Pro. Kinda wish the 1st Gen have it, but it's cool that the 2nd Gen already have this feature because sometimes I kind of wish I have it. Let's say my iPhone is dead and that's the only wireless charger I have, and if I got the 2nd Gen, I could use the Apple Watch charger to charge my AirPods if my Apple Watch battery is full. I'm probably gonna upgrade when this thing dies or the AirPods Pro 3 release. At that point, the battery is already degrading. Next up, the Apple Watch Ultra. I like the new design and there are some extra features that were only exclusive to this watch. The Apple Watch Ultra has better battery life than any other Apple Watch, and it has better durability since it's made of titanium. The screen is way brighter than any other Apple Watch, 2000 nits on the Ultra. The Series 3 and later had 1000 nits. I have the Series 7 and it has 1000 nits. And also, the Apple Watch Ultra have 100 meters of water resistance. Will be useful if I can swim. I'm really happy with my Series 7 still. The specs is really close to the Series 8. There's no difference other than I'm missing the temperature sensor and crash detection. Do I still need crash detection? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully I don't use that feature, but yeah, hopefully I don't. Okay, so some of you may know I never owned an iPad, and this is the sweet spot for an iPad lineup. You guys already know the iPad Air 5. This thing is just perfect for me and most of the people out there. It has M1 chip, you know, that M1 chip that literally on the M1 Max and the 2021 iPad. It's basically a big upgrade from A14 from the iPad Air 4. Basically, this is the budget version of the iPad Pro 11-inch. So for its price, I think it's really good enough. Alright, now the Android phone. So my favorite are the S22, Nothing Phone, and the Pixel 6a. I love the way how these phones look. There's not a lot of things to talk about since I don't really focus on Android phone that much. I wish the S22 were running stock Android because I'm not a fan of One UI. Some of you may like One UI, but for me I don't. I also wish that the Nothing Phone have a better SoC because why not? And you know, if the Pixel 8 lineup would be even better if it has wireless charging. Google, please add wireless charging. I beg. That's the only thing I need and it will be perfect. Also, this year though, I bought a camera which is the Sony ZV-1. Even though this is not a 2020 tech, and it's still one of the best camera you can buy for its price and for its category. This exact ZV-1, it has gone through so many stuff and I enjoy using this camera. Yeah, I really love using this thing. Ooh, let's talk about software since I already talked about hardware. I've used iOS 16, macOS Ventura, and One UI 4 on the S10 Plus. So, iOS 16, let's say iOS with a new lock screen and poor battery life, because I don't know, there's so much stuff that I can talk about on iOS 16. macOS Ventura, it feels like there's not much that's changed other than system preferences, now system setting, and continuity camera is added. Continuity camera is probably the only thing that I actually use a lot. And lastly, One UI 4. When I got my SM Plus, it was running One UI 3, and One UI 3 is buggy. And sometime around like March of 2022, the SM Plus will receive the One UI 4 update, and this update is better than One UI 3, but it can be better. Even though this phone doesn't support One UI 5, I hope One UI 5 is better than One UI 4. Even though One UI 4 is already good, but you know, let's make everything better. Hey guys, I would like to thank you for watching this video, and I would like to thank all of my friends who are in this video. This is one of the video that takes a lot of time, and all of us are bringing effort into this video. So yeah, 2022 is about to end, and I hope 2023 is a good year. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye. You might wonder why I didn't mention the iPhone 13 Pro and the MacBook Pro, which they're right here. Well, the iPhone 13 Pro, I already reviewed it, and for the MacBook Pro, I will make a separate video, so stay tuned.